This fit into this sort of profile in here, exactly what I wanted to do. I knew it was going to work, but I just didn't know it was going to work this well. Alright guys, so now I've made this new throw plate out of foam core. You can see how I mocked this up with the link in the upper right hand corner. So now that I have this, let's do a quick test cut. You see how this thing performs. And so let's do 2 trial runs, one bare with the plate and the other one with the actual dust collection mock-up that I created much earlier. We use that data to then use as refinement towards our next prototype that we're going to make. So this is going to be a long investigation. It's not going to be easy, but let's see how this progresses so we can keep on moving forward to try to solve this dust issue on this machine. So let's do a quick test cut and see how that works out. Not so bad. And let's lock that down and see what's under it to see if we had any sawdust leak through. So it's actually not bad. This all seems pretty clean. So here's the little enclosed panel that I constructed out of foam core. So now let's try it with the mock-up that I did before. So now it's this guy, but let's try this out. Make sure the funnel here goes into the chute. Let's tape it down with what I got. And let's try to open this more just so we can allow more debris and dust to flow through the chute and back into the vacuum. Not so bad. So we can tell this is actually working, doing its core function, which is to allow the debris to shoot into this thing, have these flaps sort of hold that dust inside of the chute, flow into the back and to the vacuum. So it's actually doing its thing. It's still very early in the design process to really tell if this is actually, something that's actually functioning, but we can tell most definitely that both of these items together, it's working. This is a 2x4, which is normally 4 inches, but in actual size it's actually 3.5 inches. Let's just see how this cuts. Then we can understand the debris that's flowing through, that's not actually getting sucked into the little dust collection system that we have here. So let's turn the vacuum back on. Let's do another test cut. See, that worked out pretty good. When it came all the way down, the debris was actually trapped inside of this little dust collection here. Now let's figure out a way to hold the debris that's not getting sucked in from using taller stock. Try to control that, have that funnel down through this dust collector in order to maximize dust collection. And instead of having this flimsy material, let's actually use foam core. So the next step is and have this foam core sort of staged into this sort of profile here. And so how do I do that? Well, it's easy. I love this method. It's guess and check. I'm actually going to use the piece of paper because the two fold, it's easy to bend, easy to tear. I don't have to use a big machine to actually cut this or run through. I don't even need scissors. I just need to fold this. Again, the easiest way to do that is maybe fold this in half. And as you can see here, we're already halfway there. My paper here, there's a hole here. So let's try to tape that. And with that, that profile is actually working out. Let's cut this in foam core. So now I have two profiles. Now they seat like this. Nice. That's exactly what I want. And I want this sort of narrow. When the blade comes down, it has to sit within this, from the blade and to the frame of this arm here. I don't even think we need this guy here. I don't know what that's doing. Alright, so now I tape this guy up. I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't even need like a little funnel here to go to have some sort of channel to go into the chute here. It seems like this little lip that sort of swoops up, it sort of pushes that into this little funnel here anyways. So it doesn't seem like I even need a funnel here. So now I'm thinking for those who don't have a vacuum at a job site, you can probably just use the little bag that comes with it. Let's do another test cut and see how much is actually leaking out. Alright, now coming from this to this, big difference in the performance. Not much you can really say about this. It's just it's a plastic orange juice bottle that I actually just cut up and hacked up. Versus this is a little more formal to industrial design, using foam core, having this fit into this sort of profile in here. Exactly what I wanted to do. Something that I couldn't do with this. I mean, this is just a rough sketch, a rough model. It's a little more defined. It has a little scoop in here. I knew it was going to work, but I just didn't know it was going to work this well. Go back and actually think about this a little more.